Happy Sunday, everyone. Hope you are bracing yourself for some really fun crafts arts today. We have a full recap of all the things that we did last week, which was a ton, and then a little sneak peek of what is coming up in all three clubs as well. So if you are getting this email with your newsletter, that means you are a member of the Fab Drawing Club, the Mixed Media Society, or the Celtic Collective, or you're a member of all three. Oh, and that reminds me that link was wrong last week. Okay, that was the wrong link last week. So yeah, the Wonder Bundle is something that everyone is welcome to do at any time. You can join it at any time. You can actually click right here and join it. And when you join as a Wonder Bundler, you actually get one club for free. So it's very simple math. It's just two clubs, and then the other one you get automatically. So if you have any questions about that, just let me know. If you do want to join, that's amazing. Just make sure you cancel your single subscription so you're not billed twice in a month. And if you need help with that, we are, of course, happy to do that on your behalf. Just let us know. I always put this little caveat in here is that if getting the weekly newsletter is too overwhelming because you're like in the middle of something, like you're either still working on a project from last week or you're going through one of the accelerator programs, if you're really, really new to art, please feel free to carry on. You can always pick up back with any of these newsletters and with any of the projects at any time. Once something is been recorded, and that includes the live workshops as well, it's always folded in and becomes a permanent part of the club. So you can always come back anytime that it's convenient for you. Don't feel like you have to switch gears if you don't want to. So June, I can't believe it. There's only 1 week left. So what's coming up this week in June is, first of all, it's our throwback week, which is where I bring to you just a couple of recommendations, one for each club, just to kind of remind you that there is so much in each club, not just the things that we happen to be working on. Tuesday, we have our Wonder Bundle Zoom. The Zoom call for the Wonder Bundlers is a question and answer with Jeanette. Jeanette is my resident artist at Awesome Art School. So she has tons of experience with every art supply known to man. So if you're struggling with any one of your projects and you need a little feedback and some help, that is the best place to do it. And it's a Zoom call, so you can do it face to face, which is also super nice. And then this Friday, did I set a time for this? We're having our live for mixed media. I think I set it to be 3:00. Let me just double check that is correct. Yes, it's going to be 3:00 on Friday, and that will be our live for mixed media. And I had so much fun doing the Airbnb live with Drawing Club. I think I'm going to do a whimsical house for Mixed Media Society. I think that would be really fun. And then I also have your calendar prepared for July. And I put times in here as well for all the lives coming up. And you can have your printable copy is right here. And there's also a copy for you in all of the dashboards for all of the clubs as well. All right. Now it's time that we comb through and go club by club and kind of recap what we did this week. So we had our live, and the Drawing Club actually has a little fantasy section in it, as does the Mixed Media Society. So I have a little section in each one because I know some people like a little bit of fantasy, not enough to join the Celtic Collective, but once in a while I do throw out some little fantastical projects in those two other clubs. So I had a couple of people ask me if this was going to be moving to Celtic, and it's not. It's just a little one-off whimsy, this Airbnb for our Drawing Club members in celebration of my next book that will be coming out that I haven't even started yet, which is all going to be on whimsical houses. So you can start that there. That was done live. And now it is in the fantasy classroom for you. But Celtic Collective members, there is a whole section in the Celtic Collective for little whimsy houses. And there's hobbit houses in there. There's castles. And it's in the Magnificent Manse classroom is where you will find all of those if you're feeling jealous. Throwback is... I just love these steampunk lessons, you guys, from last year. We did a ton of them. I think there's 14 altogether. And the steampunk kid, I think, is... Well, actually, I was actually obsessed with all of them, but she in particular, I just loved. And she's not as hard as you would think. And she's also fun because she's done in watercolor pencil, which we never use. So it was kind of fun to do something really different. You can also use watercolor markers for this, or straight up watercolors, or alcohol markers, or anything you like. So that is my throwback for this week. This is why I have the throwback week, because it's a chance for all of us to reminisce about what else is in there other than just what's new. And then your next lesson coming up in, let me see when that is coming out, in July, on July 6th, is our cute little figure we're doing for the last lesson in the expressions class for now. We're going to skip around a bit after we wrap up this one. And I taught her using the trace, draw, check method that we've been using. And it is such an amazing way to break down kind of scary, complex figures into very simple parts. And so that is coming out soon. If you can't remember what else is available, or you were not interested in these and you want a refresh of what else is there and how to get around, take the tour. The button will lead you right there for that. So for Mixed Media Society, your throwback lesson this week is this tulip. I did a tulip portrait series a few years ago, and this one is my favorite of all of them. And yeah, I'm bringing it forth toward to you so that you, if you would like to dive in and do something pretty and break from faces, this is one of my favorites. I really enjoyed that whole series. And so there is a button that will get you over there. Toot, sweet. This is our latest lesson. I'm just putting here for ease. So if you're looking for it, you can go check that out. That's Betty. And then your next lesson is this girl in the middle. She's Shiny Hat Heidi, is going to be coming up next in July. And then, yes, like I said before, your live lesson will be coming this Friday. All right. And then again, here's the club tour, as if you need a refresher or another look at what all is inside. There's so much. Okay, last but not least, we have the Celtic Collective. We also had our live this week, just yesterday, actually, and that was so relaxing, so much fun, lots of giggles over this, guys. So this is Laughing Larry, the gnome. Lucy worked on cold pressed watercolor paper, and I worked in my rough cut journal, and any kind of watercolor paper you have is all you need. And yeah, we put the supply list in both. And I'm so sorry. I was using these Japanese watercolors, and I went to go find a link. I bought mine on Amazon, and I can't find it on Amazon anywhere. That Kisho brand I found, but not this palette. So I am really sorry that I was using watercolors that may not be gettable. I didn't do like a broader Google search though. And so if you want to, that you might come up with something. The spelling is Kisho, Japanese watercolors. And it's literally all in Japanese, so I can't even tell you the name of it. But this is the palette. It's all really these dark, moody colors. I did find these watercolors. If you do search on Amazon for these, it is these watercolors, but it's a completely different palette that does not have these colors in it. So yeah, I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry. Those are very similar though in style and consistency as the Kuretake ones. So the Kuretake Art Deco is the set that I purchased, and then after purchase, I got recommended that on Amazon, which is why I bought it. So Art Nouveau set by Kuretake has similar colors and in a similar kind of color families. Here, I'll show you my swatches. Yeah, it's kind of the same vibe. Oh, I don't think these are actually in this swatch book. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Well, similar vibe, similar make, both Japanese. And then if you want to watch the replay, it's right here. And this is in the Mythical Creatures classroom. Your throwback lesson is my inky gothic angel girl. There's also a figure that goes along with her, and I was obsessed with this lesson, and I'm still obsessed with it. I use fountain pen inks, but if you don't have those, you can just use watercolors, use exactly the same way. It's like very straightforward and systematic and a ton of fun. I loved doing this one. So I hope that if you're looking for something fun, you can give that a try and you might love that too. So what's coming up for us in July for the Celtic Collective? We're going to do some hair lessons as promised. And then we'll also have like a final project where we're going to get to put into practice the things that we're learning for hair. And this is Lucy's coming to you on the 7th of July. So I'm really excited. I cannot get enough of these gorgeous ladies. And there is your club tour button for you if you need a little refresh. Just keeping this graphic up here because it's easy to kind of figure out what you can do where. And then there's these quick links underneath as well. So these are the links to the Facebook group where you can post just your club lessons. And then there's our second Facebook group where you can post your personal work and anything else. And that's also where you enter in the giveaway. I highly recommend using the hashtag for the clubs in both places. It makes it so much easier for us all to understand where the lessons are coming from. And that also enters you into the giveaway. So it's a double bonus for using those hashtags. If you want to watch my latest YouTube video, it is there. And then if you want all the new cheat sheets, like the recent new ones I released on my YouTube, my last video, my last week, is coming here. And I know last weekend I promised interviews from our 2 members, and those you'll see snippets of on Wednesdays. I ended up making 2 YouTube videos because the topic of references and copying is really vast. So I decided to break it up into 2 videos instead of 1. So you'll see their interview snippets this coming Wednesday on my YouTube channel, and then you'll get the full interviews on next week's newsletter for you. Okay, so that's it for today. If you need help finding anything, please reply back and let me know so I can help. If you need help setting your password, again, don't spend any time frustrated. Just email me back. I can reset it for you. And just hope you have an amazing, healthy, happy rest of your Sunday. And I'll see you guys over in the Facebook group.